What's going on, everyone? This is Mitch. Hope y'all been having a great Tuesday. We're going to talk about the smoke that is ongoing right now across the eastern U.S. It's as far south as areas in North Carolina. It's smoke from the wildfires out west that is basically riding the jet stream and is really smothering areas of the mid-Atlantic and northeast and just the eastern U.S. in general right now. There's a large area of the actual Northeast that is supposed to be having clear skies, beautiful day. There is an intense line of storms actually moving out of Canada into upstate areas of New York State. But a very impressive setup here as the wildfire smoke is making it all the way to the other side of the country as they are under a big-time heat dome that's in the super dry conditions. It just seems like out west is always on fire this time of the year. But we're going to check out some satellite imagery here and actually check out a forecast on where this smoke's going to be over the next 24 to 48 hours, because it could affect areas as far south as deeper into the Carolinas, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee. So if we can actually shake some of this rain off, you might actually notice a haze in the sky. Went through this something similar last year with the Saharan dust that traveled all the way across the Atlantic Ocean and affected us. So we're going to talk about that. If you guys have not subscribed, definitely hit the subscribe button. Your support is definitely appreciated, and it's amazing. And so thank you. Like the video if you like it. And let's get going here. So we're going to start off by looking out west. This is satellite imagery here. If you notice, obviously, totally different terrain out here. I know I don't talk about out west much, but it kind of links into what I'm going to be talking about in this video, which is the smoke, obviously, and the haze that is developing because of that. But check it out. You got a huge wildfire in Northern California. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that looks like smoke, and that is a huge wildfire. And you have wildfires way up here in Washington State, also smaller ones, probably not small in comparison, but smaller comparison to this. And then you have wildfires even up in here and in Oregon and places like that. But what's going on is the currents, because of the jet stream, big old heat dome over this area. Jet stream is way up here, so it's riding northeast. As you can tell, you can look at the cloud, in what direction all the clouds are going and all the activity out there. They are all going this way. That's because that's the wind currents right now, and that is where all the smoke is heading. So if we look at the northeast, all that smoke is basically riding the jet stream, which I'll show you here. So all the smoke is occurring out here because of the wildfire. So basically the jet stream is buckling up here, and then it's crashing, buckling down south back over the northeast. So the smoke is basically going up into Canada and northern areas of the upper Midwest, and then it's cruising back down over the Great Lakes into the mid-Atlantic and the northeast. And that is why the smoke is doing this, is because it's riding the jet stream. It's basically riding the wind currents. And that's why it's taking the path it is. That's why it's not just cruising down here. It's taking the path. Basically the air currents allows it to go aloft. So very interesting setup. You look at the northeast here. You see the haze going on right here. From Boston to New York City to Philadelphia, Baltimore, a little bit more clouds, a little bit of more clouds into Washington, D.C., but still a pretty day here down into most of Virginia. Then it gets more clouds, more rainy into North Carolina. But this entire area, stretching from Ohio all the way to portions of Maine, is supposed to be under relatively clear blue skies. Lower humidity, actually supposed to be a beautiful day, but because you have so much smoke in the upper levels of the atmosphere, it looks super hazy, and it's actually promoting a very unhealthy air quality environment out here for a lot of people. I've seen pictures, and I'd love to see some pictures if y'all want to share with me on Twitter or Facebook. But I've seen some crazy compare and contrast pictures of what it looks like on a normal day and what it looks like on today. And I tell you what, the smoke is actually the most dense around areas like New York City and interior areas of New York. All these clouds right here are from a huge complex of storms starting to move into New York State right now. There's actually going to be a severe weather threat. So you're going to go from hazy, smoky skies to severe weather. There actually will be a severe weather threat here into the more coastal areas of northeast tomorrow that I'm not going to really talk about much today, but Just some nasty storms that could develop. But check it out. I mean, this is haze from the smoke. Sharp cutoff up here, but it's pretty cut and dry on why it's over here, right? So it's really incredible. This is what I want to show you. It's basically the weathermodels.com, which is a paid subscription site. It's a great site, but it actually shows you smoke forecast in a nutshell, right? So this is the latest HRRR model, which goes out 48 hours. So through the evening, basically these higher, these brighter colors, if you will, or smoke. The brighter they are, like in the pinks and reds, the more dense the smoke is, the more smoke there is, basically. So check it out as it rides the jet stream up into Canada, then starts to cruise back down here as it dips with the jet stream. Well, as we get into tomorrow morning, smoke will still be very dense around New York City, and stretching all the way into the areas of Virginia, Maryland, New Jersey, southeast areas of Pennsylvania. We get into the afternoon hours, these storms push because of this system. It pushes all the smoke further south, and we might start seeing a lot of smoke in places like Indiana, Illinois. Illinois looks to really get smoky as early as tomorrow, if they aren't smoky already. And then this really crashes into basically the Tennessee area, Kentucky, Virginia. This is a lot of smoke getting into the area. Even in South Carolina, as we start to get into Thursday, we'll start to see hazy skies if we can get some clear skies. But look at North Carolina as we're getting into Thursday. For North Carolina and Tennessee, heavy dense smoke. This could promote a unhealthy environment, especially when people are a lot more sensitive to unhealthy air qualities and things like that. So if you see a hazy look to the sky, basically anywhere across the eastern U.S. and it's super hazy, it's because of the smoke. And I'm probably speaking to people who already know this on the Northeast because it's happening right now. I should have brought the video yesterday, honestly, but today has been the craziest day as far as the smoke. So you physically can see it. I'm hearing by some people in the Northeast that when you do get a gust of wind, that the smoke actually mixes down to the surface a little bit and actually smells like smoke, which is really incredible considering that this is coming from these fires right out here. This is a huge one in Northern California. I mean, huge wildfire. And that's where it's coming from. So it's super impressive. But if you haven't seen this here in the Carolinas, I expect this to really get into northern Georgia, into the Carolinas, more so in Virginia. It looks like Virginia, it's already been there. I'm seeing a couple people talking about it already in Virginia. But more of the same the next few days. So don't be alarmed by it. It just happens. And it's the way the air currents are going on right now is why it's so smoky in spots. But it's pretty incredible considering the fact that it's coming all the way from these wildfires out west. So definitely prayers go out to them. I wouldn't say they're used to it, but it's still a terrible situation. They just cannot escape the heat out there. So that's all I got, guys. Shoot me pictures. That'd be awesome. My Twitter and Facebook links are on my YouTube page. So definitely would love to see y'all share those to me. So that's all I got. Hope you all have a great evening and take it easy out there.